Hello everyone, and welcome to something I'm pretty sure you should all recognize. Welcome to World of Warcraft. Private servers, because yeah, private servers. Because I hate the direction World of Warcraft's been going in. Shadowlands. It's probably where I left. Because I like Legion. Legion's fine. I was perfectly fine with Legion. Battle for Azeroth sucked. I hated it. And then Shadowlands, like, I left before it even came out. The whole cinematic just pissed me off for obvious reasons. So yeah. So we went back to private servers because, you know, Wrath of Lich King, probably still one of the, probably before everything started going to hell. But yeah. Those little weird things were a lot more simple before things became simplified. Except for Pelham armor makes everything easier. Everything easier. But before things became just a slot, just a simple walk in the park back in, you know, Cataclysm and all that. And hell, nowadays, I don't even know what the hell they'll do with the direction of things. Left for squishing and, oh, you don't even have to do this content, you could just move on to that content. It's like, what? It takes all the fun out of it. But yeah, everyone wanted to go back and do World of Warcraft Classic. With, you know, thousands of other players. With quests that basically require, you know, you'd have to wait for things to respawn and all that. And how tedious it was to solo practically most things back in Classic. Everyone wanted that shit for some reason. They wanted quest congestion and all that. I don't know why. It's like, one of the fun things is that after Cataclysm came out is how things were. Like, Cataclysm made the regular world very easy compared to most things. But then you go into, like, say, Ghostlands or any of the Burning Crusade content, and oh, you could feel how slow things went back. Like, oof. Anyway, so. Time to create a new character. Could always go Tauren. Tauren was probably one of my, well, my first official character. Did do several private servers before going into official World of Warcraft. But yeah, I had a Tauren Warrior that got up to 55. Back in the day with no healing kill. That was painful. Because you had like no healing skills, so basically you had to sit, eat, every few minutes. Oh. Thanks for disconnecting me. It's not like I was in the middle of monologuing though. But yeah. Eventually, we finally reached 55. Got Death Knight. Death Knight has been my favorite class since. Like, I'd say my favorite class is Death Knight, followed by Monk, followed by Demon Hunter, followed by Paladin, followed by Warrior, followed by Warlock. So why did I make a Warlock as like my first class in this? Because I wanted to see how bad it was going to be without, you know, Halo Kill and all that. Oh boy was it. It's just a bit tedious. So now then, probably gonna go Blood Elf. Just cause Blood Elf is probably the race that fits me most. Well, between Blood Elf and Goblin. I could totally go Goblin. But probably Blood Elf. So, thing is, you can't be a Blood Elf Warrior, because that came later. You could be a Blood Elf Paladin. Because Paladins are pretty decent back in Wrath of the Lich King. Death Knights. Sadly, this here was after the whole Blood DPS Death Knights, because Blood DPS used to be, oh, that was a thing. You could solo practically dungeons with that. But anyway, probably gonna be female, because I've created, I don't know how many female Blood Elves. Oh god, the problem though is finding what. That was the fun part. We have to go back and figure out which one looks like the rest of mine. Cause yeah, I'm one of those people who uses the same standards over and over and over and over. Just cause. I was gonna say probably that isn't. And then hairstyle. Probably that. Until we can change it at the barber shop. Then hair color. As much as I do like silver, I do like red better. Where is a good red? As that is the good red we have. And then earrings. Hard to see at this angle. Probably that. Thing is, we're probably gonna be a mage. Just cause. But I have to reach level 10 before I can mail my stuff over to my character, which is unfortunate. And let's see if I can... Oh god. Tiffy all... Tiff. Oh, I use that. Tiffo walls, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, we made a mage, green character, huzzah. Found those I need to get gear from my warlock, gear from my paladin, onto this, which means this character has to reach level 10. Thankfully, it's weakened, and weakens on this server mean double XP. Yay, double XP weakened.
For nearly 7,000 years, the High Elves cultivated a shining, magical kingdom, hidden deep within the forests of northern Lordaeron. But 5 years ago, the undead Scourge invaded Quel'Thalas and drove the elves to the brink of extinction. Led by the evil Death Knight Arthas, the Scourge destroyed the mystical Sunwell, thereby severing the elves from the source of their arcane power. Though the scars of that conflict are evident, the remaining elves have banded together and retaken much of their homeland. Calling themselves Blood Elves, these grim survivors are committed to regaining the vast powers they once commanded. Inspired by the leadership of their beloved prince, Kael'thas Sunstrider, the Blood Elves now seek new sources of arcane magic and the means of defending their land against the undying horrors of the Scourge. As one of the few surviving Blood Elves, you must master your thirst for magic and help shape the destiny of your people.
Gonna give them subtitles for that? Oh well. Like, what are with these hard citizens? I don't even know. Anyway. So,
Interesting.
yes, we want the 2x experience rate. Besides the double XP, that technically would be 4x, wouldn't it? But yeah, okay. That's gonna be I don't understand. I don't remember this at all. Okay. So anyway, we start with all these bags and 1 gold. Because you know it's a private server, why not?
Glory to the Sindorai.
Tiffany Arms, I hope you're ready to get to work because there is much for you to do here on Sunstrider Isle. Ever since the destruction somewhat by officers and scourge, we have been a race of drift, a sea of uncertainty. We teeter on the edge of oblivion. This will change. Mage and you will learn an aider. But this will change. Mage. No. The commas. And aider recover at the same time. The Outlander waits. It's gonna be a while before we reach the Outland. So the sooner you begin your education, 2 hours, the better. There's the room for an hour. So listen closely. The burning grass starts. The green flowing objects to the west and the sunspot. I've been used to pound the Irish experimentations. The man worms for the gardens for the scourge of fate and craft losses, driven them errant or from our lack of magical control over them. That was our choice. But it's in their numbers for reclamation. Do listen and return to me. So yeah, kill 8 mana worms.
Be ready for
Pretty simple
anything.
stuff. Oh, so... Oh god, we need to do something. Where was it? Why do you always do this to me? No. No. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's much better. Also... Where is it? Where is it? No, I don't have a block. That... Huh. Thought there used to be a block yield and fight and all that. No, I forgot to enable the cinematic subtitles. I was gonna say, why weren't those playing? Whoops. Oh well. I don't know why there was a bunch of horse citizens running off and shouting those things. I don't remember them being a thing back when I first created characters. Okay, sound should be fine. Macros. Oh, let's see, where is it? Boopity boopity. Then more mad. See, oh god, I can't remember which one goes well. Can't remember if it was the Opera House or the Lament of the Hive on my head, though. Oh well. But I mostly have a bunch of target things, because target things. And chicken thing, because chicken thing. No, mostly we just need black tabby tracker. And those things. Okay, so, we're not using any add-ons, I know. We're a heathen, we don't use add-ons. Ooh. Okay, Arcane Torch, I'm never gonna use. Probably. Frost Armor. Boop. Cause, you know, why not? And then we have just Fireball. Yay, Fireball. So we go over here, we go boop. Boopity boop, Fireball. Boopity boop, Fireball. Boopity boop, Fireball. Boopity boop, Fireball. And yay, things that are barely worth our time to pick up. Also just cause, even though I don't need this achievement, I can't even look at my achievements. Thanks game. You can't look at achievements till level 10. Why is that a thing? Can't look at your towns makes sense. Everything else doesn't.
I need a token.
Oopsie. Fireballs. And yay, faintly glowing eyes are barely worth our time. Oh wait, do they go? Yeah, they do have quests now, don't they? Probably grab some of those quests.
Everything has
So
a price.
yeah, we could buy that crappy
The
gear.
reckoning is at
Totally
your
buy it.
disposal.
Now it is power to power, my young friend. You'll be wise to acquire as much of it as you can, and pay proper heed to those who have already done so. Before the race in the Sunwell, before ourselves to thank you we had near the apex of our civilization. It took the scourge bringing us back to our knees, and our way back to reality. Oh god, all the reading. If there's one lesson you deign to remember from your time on Sunstrider Isle, that'd be this. Control your thirst for magic. There's a thirst unending. Tiffalls. What you absorb must be controlled and what released via arcane torrent. Failure is to become one of the wretched, hopelessly addicted and insane. Seek out mana worm, unleash your arcane torrent upon it. Learn to master your power.
Time is of the
I
essence.
think this is probably the only time the game tells you to use a what would it be? Racial skill on something.
Victory lies ahead.
It's a shame that we've lost control of any of the creatures here on the island. This was once a tranquil place to study and research. Now it's all we can do to keep from being attacked by our own creations. I'm going to offer you a chance to receive a magical boon in exchange for some collecting work on your part. Bring me a staff of arcane slivers that were found on the mana-using creatures on Sunstrider Isle, and I will cast a spell on you that should aid your adventures on the isle. Boop.
Remember the Sunwell.
Boopity boopity boop. Well, I could join World Chat, but I don't really need to join World Chat since this is a Let's Play. I don't need myself being distracted constantly by players.
Baladash Malanore.
Alright, Arcane Intellect. That's the thing. Honestly, I should probably put these off my attack bar. Actually, they'd probably be better on this bar. Or that bar. But you know, I'm weird, okay? First armor. Yeah. Boop.
Remember the Sunwell.
I might end up back over there, but I don't know what I'm doing with my bars yet. Because usually, this bar is my mount. This one's my profession stuff and other stuff. Like those. Then my black tabby tracker. Usually the time lost photo tracker, etc. macros. These ones here are my attack bars, my secondary attack bars. But yeah.
State your business.
This is my utility stuff. I should have it on a different bar, but oh well. Sunspire once held a beautiful vantage of the Sunwell once. I was going to say, but the Sunwell is, you know,
Keep
all
your
the
wits
way
about
over
you.
there. For hell.
Anubilore Delana.
I have been turned upside down, Tiffalls, but now for the nonetheless carry on. Here's our way. We are survivors. If you are to survive this upheaval, to carry on in your own right, you must learn how to survive. All blood elves must do this. You must master your insatiable hunger for magic before it masters you. Day after day I stand here watching, waiting. I've been accused of dwelling too much on the past, while my eyes look to the horizon, for it's firm belief that each visitor to this island should honor those who sacrificed all so they may continue to do so. Deverimar Sunstrider was the first king and led us sail from Kalimdor through the maelstrom. Seek our shrine to the west and do not return to me until you have read the plaque upon it in his honor. To go read the plaque. Now here's the thing. I remember way back in the day, like, hell, before Wrath of the Lich King came out, doing private servers back then. Oh, were they? They were buggy, like barely working. Most quests didn't work. It was hard times, but you know, who wanted to really pay frickin' Blizzard prices back then? Also, I need just a bit. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's perfect for recording purposes. Yay. The server's gonna go down in 5 minutes. Lovely. Lovely. Alright, I should do that. Lovely. Why am I not on? Why was I muted? Anyway, so after the server shut down, I decided, you know, I decided to delete the character, cancel the Let's Play. Hell, I almost got rid of the videos. I had them in the trash can. I was thinking, meh, let's not do World of Warcraft. It's gonna be tedious. We already have, you know, Witcher 3, hell, or backlog still. Borderlands 2, that Bunker's a Badasses thing. The whole Sacred 2 thing that I still need to get back to at some point. Among other stuff. But no, we'll record more. Problem is, I'm not sure exactly when this will get uploaded. Probably after all the Guild Wars 1 stuff, because that series is long. And taking up most of my hard drive. So I probably ain't gonna fully work on all this. Also, I need to eventually look up a build for this character. How to properly organize her, all that. Can't add myself to my own guild, which sucks, because someone else has to be on. Which sucks. Anyway. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we were blasting things with fireballs, weren't we? Also, if I wanted to, I could do this. affected by something that isn't sound, music, or ambience. You discover the location of the shrine. Upon further examination, you sense a stronger pulse of this strange power that has gripped the isle. You feel very uncomfortable standing by the shrine, and perhaps a little disturbed. The bronze placard along the side of the shrine reads, "Here stands the shrine of Daphrimar, a fitting tribute to a noble elf. Let all who gaze upon this monument remember sacrifice against Scourge and his dedication to the cause of our continued survival. All prosper and growth of us, do so thanks to him." Yay. But yeah. So now everyone's deaf now, because it's like cinematic volume. Well, basically, it's volume that you can't actually control. Because it's playing, it's not affected by the sound, it's not affected by the music, it's not affected by ambience, it's just affected by whatever hidden volume for it there is. But oh well. Now that everyone's deaf, it's not like everyone already hear what I say anyway. That whole problem with math these videos. Since, you know, like 2017 or earlier. So one thing that does annoy me about old school World of Warcraft, weapon skills. Weapon skills are one of the most annoying things. Because to effectively use your weapon, you need to get your weapon skill higher. Defense higher. Because higher defense improves your chance to dodge, parry, and block attacks. Makes you harder to hit and makes monsters less likely to land into critical strike against you. So basically what you do is you get yourself beat up by low level things. But yeah, it increases every time you level up, so for example with like double XP, that means yeah, it's gonna be a pain to level anything up. Technically as a mage, it doesn't really matter on your weapon skills. Because you're not gonna really be hitting things in melee that often. At least you shouldn't. You should be using magic. But yeah, because yeah, it's gonna take a while to get your weapon skill up. Especially given the fact that every time we level, it increases. So like say, right now we need like what, 20? Next time we level will be 25. Goes up to like 400. It doesn't always level up each time you hit something. So you can't just go up and smack something 400 times. And hope it increases, because like that one. No points. No points. No points. But it shouldn't really need a grind. Should go up decently. For the most part. After this, there's going to be congratulating new players. We're not in the world chat because it's a bit distracting, I find. Bit peeved that I can't be in my guild, but oh well. I like how I have to say my guild, because the guild leader left, and that means I'm technically in charge now. Which is awkward.
Anaria Shola.
Anyway, you've done well today, Tiffelwalls. Your willingness to learn shows that you may very well rise above the unyielding. Cravings you must endure as a blood elf. Rest not your laurels on one by instead, only seek to master what you have learned. Only through diligence will we as race survive. Only thing I wish is like there was like double rep points. I really wish there was that. Cause rep is the one thing in World of Warcraft that is a pain in the ass. for grind purposes.
We will have justice.
Especially in vanilla, like, oh god, is it bad in vanilla. Yet everyone wanted classic back. But it's so bad in vanilla. Cause like, I'm sorry, for example, let's say you reach like 50, 60. There you go, there was on. Legion Plague Lands, right? Or somewhere like, well, like still with this. One of those areas. So you've done practically all the quests you can find. And like, so you may be somewhere into revealed. So it's like, what do you do? Well, that's where you just start farming the shit out of cloth. Over and over and over and over and over. And then you throw all the cloth at all the people. Oh wait, you're going to turn like certain things, like you could turn a war cloth once to these people, once that. So like once to the trolls, once to the Tauren, etc. It's like the, what is it? Is it rune cloth? I think it might be rune cloth that you can actually farm. And that's like the 50 through 60 cloth. So you basically have to farm that in abundance by doing like dungeons or other stuff. And then turning in stacks upon stacks of that. Just to get your rep up to Exalted. Because that's not nearly enough quests to raise it. And Blood Oath, you start with points in Silver Moon and Undercity. As you do quests, you gain sort of some spillover XP, which is not bad. Also, as a mage, we're friendly with the character. It's a mage thing. But yeah. Anyway, let's continue before I lose my shit. Got quest to turn in, XP to gain.
Victory lies ahead.
More weapon skills to go so far from leveling. And the creatures here on the Isle were at one point bound into non-aggression and complacency by our magical skills when the Scourge destroyed the Sunwell. Although these creatures shattered, arcane slivers are remnants of the control we once held. And such might be useful in fashion new device to aid us in gain the control. Better still, perhaps the silvers could be used. To see what maladies the Isle truly suffers from. Now, splendid, these were doing nicely. I've been doing quite a bit of tinkering on the current. Now, these Sunstrider Isle suffers from it. One possible course of actions I pondered was to collect these arcane swords from the beast on the Isle. Doing so, they could be experimented on. This would provide a potential source of culpability. Anyway, I'll tend to the research, allow me to place this incantation on you. Believe you make good use of it.
Death to all who oppose us.
And now we have 4-2 of the Senator. Increases stamina spirit by 5. Oh god, the goblins trying to talk to me. Nope, that's not the cape. Boop. 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 Yep, better. Boop. Boopity boop.
Anu Belore Delana.
Yes, that's for complete your first task. For that, you are to be congratulated. Such success gives me faith that you will turn out better than those young blood elves who've failed to heed the lessons of the Master. Continued success will be rewarded not only with knowledge, but also tangible rewards as well. There's much, much more to do.
The
Boop.
reckoning is at hand.
Oh god. More quests! You ever have made something clear that honestly I wish was not true? Then trip out of the burning crystals has maligned a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance than I thought. Must take on more unfortunate measures to reclaim control. The Valiant have succumbed to the influence of the crystals and they must be put down. Bring the powers. Yes, I may yet be to fashion magic stage to turn so bad for being uncontrolled. So go collect it.
We will have justice.
There was a lot of quests that are just basically go collect things. Also, I still don't understand why there was these horde citizens. And also, as you advance through your class, you will want to take advantage of your training that your class trainer can provide you. For your mages on the Sunstrider, your trainer is Julia Sunstrider. We really like her son things in our names. Speak with Julian and see what training she has available for you. Brings in the thing she will teach you to have a cost to bring coins with you. So
Keep
yeah,
your wits about you.
all the skills to learn. I forgot, when were skill trainers basically useless? Eventually, they decide, hey, you know, it's skill trainers. You don't need to go to them and buy every skill. You just learn things automatically, which was, you know, not bad, but at the same time, takes away some of the effort. Also, this was back when there was ranged weapon slots that required ammo, like bows required ammo. And that sort of thing. You had to
The
actually
dark
buy
times will
ammo.
pass.
Remember to keep ammo on you. Ooh, dark days they were. By the way, Tiffles, I believe you're one of the new mages here on the island, yes? We've come to the right place. If Arcane Master is what you seek, then I can provide such knowledge. As long as you have the withdrawal to handle training costs and the capacity to focus on the lessons I'll be teaching. Getting distracted by Discord again, ain't I? Boop.
Remember the sun well.
Oh. No, I need you to do something. Well, what's his name? Any of your services? I think I already talked to him. I haven't talked to him yet. I think I already got his quest.
Time is of the essence.
But firstly, so, yes, I don't get conjure food until level 6, but, so apparently the game thinks I need mana more than I need food. I mean, if you insist. So, yeah. Boop. Oh no, we broke under 1 gold. Oh, it's a frostbolt. I actually want frostbolt before fireball, because frostbolt slows things, so I can hit them with more things.
Farewell.
That's the question though, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for my mage. Do I want to go water, frost, fire, or arcane? I mean, fire's tempting, but so is ice technically. But ice is more PvP, isn't it?
Anaria Shola.
Don't know. Thank you for sharing your experience at the Shrine of Daphramar. First off, you should be commended for your sensitivity and respect. Yourself you not only help and all fans are off as well. As for thoughts and sessions, no doubt contributing part of the 10th as before in Sunstrider Isle. We should keep an eye on. Thank you for letting us do it.
The reckoning is at hand.
Ah, good. Mage, I've been expecting you. Though if you're just that, I have what you are particularly suited to.
We will have justice.
While the king is having out this Sunstrider, I imagine I should collect my belongings. I've left outside of various places on the isle. I must maintain my vigil over the Sunwell Hill. How can you even see the Sunwell from here? The Sunwell's like way over there. Or is it over there? Oh, I know it's like way over north-ish. How can you even see it? I need to scrying over my scroll scourge magic in my journal. Get a satchel for some extra space, since my things are bulky. Return them to me and I'll give you a letter or something. You know, with effort. And you can keep the satchel as well. Yay.
Shorelaran.
Boop. Okay, anyway, now then, let's continue with our annihilation of everything that moves. Hop. Because a lot of World of Warcraft's quests are basically collect X amount of things. Collect 10 bear asses. And hope they actually drop. Some quests, the drop rate's fine. Over quest, the drop rate can be abysmal, and you'll be there hating the quest for days to come.
I need to target something first.
Yeah. So yeah. Good 1-2 right now. Heal with Frostbolt, heal with Fireball. Boop boop. Frostbolt to slow, Fireball to kill. And Pokemon with Stick just because, you know. Because that's getting further and further away. Also down here is a sleeping man and his children, who all speak in... what's the language? Sendorai. Sidori? Which only Blood Elves can understand, for some reason. Since this is a private server, you can actually understand both Common and Orcish. Technically. So you can talk with both Horde and Alliance and all that fun stuff. Oh no, it's Thalessian. I forgot about that. Thalessian. My bad. Oh yeah, I probably should do this. Boop. These are 2 bottles. Wait, what? I like that. Conjures 2 bottles of water. That's 6, isn't it? 6 each. Problem though is conjured items disappear if locked out for more than 50 minutes. But technically it means we have an infinite source of water. And food. Because we could just conjure it. This hill stopped really being a thing, and later, once they revamped the skills and everything.
Victory lies ahead.
Because we know players should ask you to destroy these beasts 1 times fast. We have lived in a relative harmony with woodland creatures. The tower and surrounding areas should be now relatively secure, though only for the time being. You have done well in providing us with a buffer security, but we will need to raise our control over the entire island for you to survive here in the long run. This will involve tackling much greater threats than errant mana worms and leeches. Take this. Ooh. You can report to my assistant, Lapin and Perion. He will instruct you on what needs to be done next. While we're here with the Sunstrider, we'll continue to reign in the burning crystals. You will be focused on more pressing matter concerning Falfarian Academy. Lanthan will explain fully when you speak to him. Simply walk west of Hill on the path and you should see him close by.
Be ready for anything.
And before we do that... God, it's like how they decided to make things a bit more annoying out here. I'll get your food. Cause definitely need that. Fire Blast, eh? And better Fireball.
Salama Ashalanore.
Then get your food. Because why wouldn't you get your food? Thursday. So I can consider how much... Okay. Now to get King. I like how it says, you know, you can do 2 of them. That's 6. And you had food, so oh yeah, I'm gonna get you 2 muffins. Anyway. I should probably renew that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Glory to the Sindori.
Continue search the flood knows its paramount to survival. Uh-huh. I understand everyone told me you'd be along quick enough to forge the Fanflare Academy to our west, the huge floating building. With all nice spires in bad shape, you're going to be leading the effort to recapture from one of the wretched. A blood effort as rebels come to the base as cravings. Hope you're ready to work. This is not going to be a lesson about danger, but also what happens when you forsake the realities of who you are. Oop. Of course, none of these quests would make sense for like any other character that's, you know, not a blood elf. Before sending you to the academy, I want you to know a task that needs to be dealt with immediately. Once you stayed in our garden near the Sunstrider Isle, the bestial tenders now have run out of control. Clear them with due haste, but we want the lack of control has made them aggressive. It's such aggression that forces us to put down these once gentle servants. So go boop
Hold
them.
your head high.
Okay. There's a lot of booping going on. Because we have a staff, we boop things. Or bop them. Bopping's also a thing. By the way, now then these trees that we were fighting earlier. So remember, boop, boop, and then boop. But no fire blast takes a while to recharge. It's quite a bit of mana, but it is an instant hit. For the most part, we should be fine with just focusing on doing that. You know, the good old 1 2 1 2 1 2 until we get better skills, of course. But yeah, make sure you go 1 2. Need be, you can toss in a 3. You can toss in a few poking with her stick. Because, you know, it's gonna take forever to level up her stick. Sometimes it gives us points in defense by getting attacked. Which isn't the worst thing. Ugh, do I even want something that's only worth 1 copper? Cool. You get used to go to A, and then you go back down to like this, which is like, oh god, this is barely worth my time. So how I did my voting for today. Like, here's the thing, I used to practically every day do dailies, over and over, every day. But I've been getting lackluster on doing them. Like, it's just, ugh. Like, I should be doing them to make money, so I can buy more mounts. But yeah, it's just, it's easy to burn yourself out doing the same thing over and over every single day. Sort of what happened when I used to do the actual World of Warcraft. I mean, once Worldcrest were a thing. Like, yep, just gotta keep doing my dailies and Worldcrest and dailies and Worldcrest. Besides trying to advance things, it's just, ugh. It's just a slog to do everything. Oh yeah, well, level 7. Do. The quest to reach, you know. One thing about World of Warcraft, when you level up, you get stats. Like, demonstrate do. You don't get put points to your stats. Now, you'll find guilds that fetch your stats, but otherwise, you don't really choose that. The game just does it for you. However, things do need to be balanced out. Okay, we don't need to go up there yet. Let's see if I like murdering things. I wish I had AoE. More you level throughout, the better your stuff, better damage you'll be doing because stats and all that. It all contributes. Probably a lot more so than Guild Wars 1 because unless you can solo practically most things, you might have some difficulty with some elites and things. Especially as as a mage, we don't really have that creative healing, or at all. As a Death Knight, yeah sure, why not? You can solo most elites. Some you may need a group for, but for the most part, you should be fine. Wow, I forgot. Wait, no, I got a growing orb. Boop. So yeah, the angry face that rotates the course with you because it's a sprite and not actually a 3D image. Because a lot of things use, sprites for their fire effects. It's been a thing for, a while now. Because it's just easier to use the 2D fire animation rather than actually, make it 3D. Anyway, I did things. How you had a chance to find my belongings once we research down towards the Sunstrider? Oh, I need them on work for now, though. I must maintain my watch over the Sunwell, or what remains of it. How can you even see the Sunwell from hell? Well done, I knew you'd be perfect for the task. Once it's safe, make use of the outdoor facilities on the I'll be putting these things to good use. Like I mentioned, also please feel free to keep the satchel. Also may find this piece of armor to also be useful.
Keep your wits about
Yay.
you.
Gave her the glove. Which is actually useful because we don't have any gloves. Also, this was before guild achievements and stuff were a thing. So you can't really have all your Pelham guild. You can have a chest piece and shoulders and a weapon. Maybe a ring if you're lucky. But yeah. Oh, and a trinket. Right.
What business have you?
Well, the death of those tenders give me no joy whatsoever. That showed me that you're ready for the most important task. You're still here in Sunstrider. Take this and put it to good use. You'll need good items and sharp wits for the task ahead. Our reception of control of the island depends on it. Yay, he gave me a crappy stick. Material for people who reside atop Falcon Academy to the southwest. Powdered in its name, and he was banished from Blood Elf lands for failing to heed the warnings of our teachers and elders. He is the worst of our society, as he lives only to feed his insatiable magical additions. He fears to long control. He is a shell of his former self, one of the wretched, and he's a threat to the Sunspire, destroy him, and the race he uses as minions. Especially kill two of those and him. And then bring his head.
Keep your wits about you.
Because a lot of this game wants you to collect body parts for things. Collect ears, collect heads, collect organs. Whatever. Just collect a lot of its heads, though. And yet this game keeps a T rating. Despite the fact that you're literally going and chopping off people's heads. But since, the modders don't change, oh, it's perfectly fine for you to be lopping people's heads off. Bang, there we go, boopity boopity boop, and things die. Because we're a wizard. Yay, wizardry. Well, we're mage, but still. Wizardry. Boop. Now the debate between being a mage or making an open warlock. Warlocks are fun. I haven't really done a proper mage in a while. And probably definitely not back in this era. Like the most I really worked on characters was with Legion because, I mean, the game gave you a freaking incentive to it. It was like, oh yeah, here's class halls and class story stuff and all this. It's like, well, you should probably gives you a reason to make alts. So you could get them up to Legion and go to this class stuff, get class mounts, all that fun stuff. Like it was fun. It actually gave you a reason, to do alts. And then after that, there was no reason to keep doing alts back in Battle for Azeroth. Like I abandoned, I don't know, my warrior, my monk, my warlock, my paladin, just because there was no reason to really work on them. I mean, just work on my main and focus on that. No reason to do other stuff. Sad, but that's, yeah. And I never got into Shadowlands, so, oh well. Double fireball. I think we maybe do crit there or not. Ah, yes, so we picked up a quest item, which starts a quest. You found odd sliver of crystallized, I always want to say silver crystallized mana on the corpse of the tainted arcane wraith. The sliver is different than all of hers. You have seen, and that is dark and sinister looking, as the wraith that looted it from. The toy gives you a sense of unnatural foreboding. Guys having the gazebo above the Sunstrider might just might be someone who would have a use for it. All this reading is gonna be painful. So I'm not used to reading everything. Definitely not used to reading everything. Most of the time it's just pick up, craft, move on. Ooh. Yeah, it's busted to dust. Artificer in the Banished. Oop.
Your friends will not long mourn your passing.
Oh, I missed. Boop. I'm gonna boop you in the face. Boop. Then I'm gonna take your head. And then I'm gonna ponder if I could do this safely. Not from there. Spoofity. Water, 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 water. Boosh. Oh, come on. That water was deeper than that. I'm calling shenanigans though, game. Oh, you died. I should have dived into the water. Why did I die hitting it? Come on, the water's gotta be isn't that shallow. There's at some point we're going to need to work on our achievement of falling down, but well, that's actually pretty easy to do. Yeah, see that? Look how deep this water is. Oh, never mind. This is pretty shallow. F. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty shallow. Okay, I'll excuse it. I'll excuse it. That was my bad. My bad. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to be to complete areas and stuff. Because the way I do things is a bit different than how everyone else does things. Because I like to work on all the starting zones. Like, Thoughts on Words, Territorial Glades, Durtar, Mogor, stuff like that. So I can do so I can get, where was it? All this wrap up as much as possible.
Yes.
So I have to start collecting cloth. Heed this warning. Crowd in the bash is only a symptom of a much larger problem. This demise will solve our immediate concerns, but all the blood elves show up the potential same fate as him if we let our addiction get the best of us. So hey, I'm gonna give you the stuff that you don't need. Veteran's Head, huge recommended. Tiffelals. You succeeded where others like Ferelden have utterly failed. Perhaps you're truly ready to become a contributing member of Blood Elf Society. Your success means that you are capable of surviving the greater threats that lurk in Eversong. Believe me, they'll plant your face. Boop. Master Rona wanted you to head over to Silvermoon City in order to aid or recommend efforts though. Thanks once you successfully address the situation in Falcon Academy, you don't disappoint us. On your way to Falcon Wings Grove, south of Hill, you should speak with Outrunner Alarian. She's not far from the bridge. The Outrunners take care of shuttering goods between here and the mainland, and since you've proven to be so resourceful, they could use your assistance.
Stay the course.
So we still need to reach level 10. The quest to reach level 10 continues. But thankfully, double XP. It gets very silly once you get Helm Guild besides that. Which means I'm probably not going to work too much on the weekends.
We will
Because I don't really want to level up that fast. I know, right? I'm like one of those weird people that does want to over-level. Because, you know, half the areas I'm going to be working in, I'm not really going to be gaining XP from anyway. For a while. Oh, he finally moved. From your demeanor, you seem to be on a matter of something urgent, some urgencies. There's something specific I can assist you with. Boop. That's most interesting. When I say interesting, I mean more disturbing than anything else. Our efforts to reassert control of the Isle. In the time following the destruction of the Sun have been a challenge. I expect that whatever foul source is corrupting the Isle, that's at the heart of it all. This, therefore, may be of some aid in covering what's really going on. Boop.
Time is of the essence.
I should have bought something for my wrist. Oh well. Rise up, sons of the Horde. Blood and glory await us. Boop, 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 boop. It's also weird not having like the Helm cycle. Cause yeah, that was the thing. The chauffeur going across every well. But yeah, the quest reached level 10. Hopefully before we end the video. Don't think we're gonna get through all of Eversong in this fair. Definitely not all of Ghostlands. Cause Ghostlands is, oh god. Ghostlands is an example of, like, when they did Cataclysm, they did a lot of, you know, they didn't really touch Eversong boards. But they did a lot of, like, grouping quests, like, everything in this area, you get all practically at once. Then you go to the next area, everything's grouped up. You get that, you go into the next area, everything's grouped up. Stuff like that. But Ghostlands. Ghostlands is an example of old World of Warcraft. Like, you go there, your entire quest log, you can have up to 25 quests. Your entire quest log gets full. That's how bad the Ghostlands was.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Well, hello, Mage. I heard that resource for young. Also, what's fun is they will address your class. It's like, why hello though, Death Knight? Like, they don't even give a shit if you're a Death Knight, a Necromancer, there's not Necromancers as a class, but Warlocks, they don't give a shit about that. Just so long as you're doing good, it's fine. Hello, resource for young blood elf farming the source administrator might be making their way down here to help us outrise out. We certainly welcome the help, especially from someone who's proven to be so competent. Started work being an outright between Sunstrider Isle and Falcon Wings Growl. Tight deadlines, long hours, worst of all, the rest. The road goes south through the ruins of Silvermoon. Place the car was ready to kill you for a few members. Unfortunately, I think that's what happened to one of the last outrides we sent with one of Roman's packages. So you could prove yourself. Venture into there and see if you can find trace of that outright.
Death to all who oppose
So this
us.
here is one of these quests. One of these quests I dislike. Well, we're gonna send you forward, but then you're gonna have to go right back to go forward. It's a bit irritating. So for example, we're going forward. That runs belongs to Bob and Stone with except for one package. Boop. You take the package and confirm that it indeed comes from Matrona. That would probably want you to bring it to her. So now you go back. You can start to see the problem here. It's like, yay, we're going back. Wasn't too bad with the chauffeur, but one foot, oof.
Anaria Shola.
It's alright, that's the third hour we've lost this month. I appreciate you courage and venture into Dawning Streets. The guards need to keep a closer eye on those blasted wretch. Therefore, no outright is a true tragedy, but it's a job we all accept when we take the job. Measure that the Sunstrider needs to get this package to the inn at Falcon Wings Growl. She needs it there as soon as possible. Which I don't have anyone else available that can cover for us. I'm not going to lie to you, the path to Falcon Wing can be extremely dangerous due to the safety of the Donny Lane. Do you feel up to the task?
Sure,
Why not? So now we do this. Now we walk right back. Yep. Fun times. So basically they're saying you should stay on this road right here. Because it's less dangerous than going, you know, down there, or if there's a wretched and other horrible things. Yeah, not very many guards. I mean, there was one guard there that's not even fully leveled up. So we're gonna go off here, off the beaten path. We're gonna blast the field. Just cause, you know, extra XP, you know. Do I need the tough hunks of bread? Oh god, that's not even very much to heal me. We really need better versions, don't we? Especially our level. Boop. Yay, level 9. Welcome to Falcon Wings Growl. And more quest. Hi, more
Lord
quest.
Sindorai.
Falcon patrollers crafted by our forefathers to protect the area far into a dangerous state of disrepair. They fail to recognize us as the masters and were attackers on side. Even though they were created many years ago, the Arcane cores of power them were still quite useful and are valuable to us. I want you to go gather these cores and bring them to me, and I will put them to good use. So go sit.
Shorel.
This quest is a bit tedious because it's one of those quests where, oh, you may or may not gain the items from it. There's ceremony here by issues a reward for the head of Tharius, the Hunger. Notorious wretched ring leader, he's wanted for repeated crimes against the general populace of Silvermoon City, including the murder of 2 city guards. Boop.
Our enemies will fall.
Careful Wretched recently raided a supply fund. Stable manager, mana crystal for one of our arcane sanctums. Now handed profit though, crystal screw exploded with enough force to blow a hole into the city walls. Now Teflons I don't quite care if they blow themselves up or tapping on stable arcane sources, but the whole incident would make my men look bad. Bring me back any remaining stone crystals.
Farewell.
Powder train, a hunter train, or weapon master. Weapon
Baladash,
master?
Malanore.
Can you train me anything? Oh, you actually can.
Remember
Surprising.
the Sunwell.
Not that much
What
gonna
do you
be
seek?
using daggers or sword. But thanks anyway. Oh, right, I do have bracers. Boop, 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 boop. Anything else? Alright. I forgot to equip my stick, didn't I?
We will
Anyway,
have justice.
let's see, Mage. That's Rogue. Mage would probably be in the end.
Choose wisely.
And for now,
Stay
make
the
this
course.
our home. We probably want to set our home to Undercity because it's the easiest place to navigate to and from at our level. Until we gain teleport skills, of course. Dalran, of course, is the ideal location. Or Chatra's still pretty good for going back and forth between places, but anyway. Oh, to my end, Mage, am I to understand you have something for me? Thank you, I appreciate the prompt delivery. While you're here, please make yourself comfortable. If you haven't done so already, feel free to get a hearthstone and bind yourself heal. Using a hearthstone will allow you to recall to an inn once every hour. I think it's like 30 minutes, more like than an hour. You don't lose your hearthstone, simply return to an inn and BNK will gladly get you a new one.
Hold your head high.
That reminds me. Yeah, 30-minute cooldown. Boop.
I have one-of-a-kind items. Salama Ashalanore.
So you could learn things like jewel crafting, warlock training, cloth, leather armor.
What do you seek?
Said you have bracers, or you have belt. You want. Yeah,
Keep your wits about you.
expensive. Probably didn't have to, but you know, why not?
Your gold is welcome here.
Especially when everything else is not even really worth it. But
The reckoning is at
it's a mage
The
trainer. What do you
eternal
got?
sun guides us.
Arcane missiles. Sure. Oh, it's a polymorph. And better frostbolt. Sadly, not better water or food.
Stay the
Sadly.
course.
But now we can go pew 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 at things.
What business
Yay.
have you?
Most of those are no longer on. Oh, right, I had to sell that myself. But yeah, Brenda's first aid, cause why not?
Be ready for anything.
Tradesman, cooking,
I
cooking's
have
a thing.
one-of-a-kind items. Keep your wits about you.
It's not bad, but at the same time, it's effort. It's very tedious once you reach like the Dara end, and you're getting all the recipes and achievements and all that. But I think worse was fishing. Oh god, fishing. Still haven't gotten that frickin' riding turtle yet. Okay, so as much as I want to potentially end the video hill, pew, pew. Might as well work on still getting up to 10. Also, for some reason, we're PvP enabled. I don't know why we're PvP enabled. So things get too dicey. We now have some crowd control, which basically we can transform an enemy into a sheep, forcing it to wander for up to 20 seconds. I work with beasts, humanoids, and critters. Which is a bit unfortunate, because that means it doesn't work on dead, demons, any of that, elementals, mechanical things. There's a lot of things it doesn't work on, which is unfortunate. Pew. Pew. Pew pew. So yeah, frostbolt. And then pew. 1, 2. I'm trying to be a third one. You know, it bothers me. It's like it launches arcane missiles at the enemy every 1 second for 3 seconds. So shouldn't that be 3 and not 2? Just saying. The frostbolt powered by 1, 2. Where's the third one? Oh, so can you hit him with your stick? It's getting hard to hit him with a stick because it's so under-leveled compared to everything else. The hard one here is still the major malfunction because it's one of those, are they gonna drop it or are they not gonna drop it crest? Boop, boop, boop. So we've had damage over time. Just to finish that last tick of health on. Where do you think you're going?
I can't carry any more of those.
Alright, I can't carry any more of those. Let me just slurp this. Increases our spell power, which isn't the worst thing to increase as a mage. See, we did like 4 more damage with that. On those are not really giving me XP because they're grayed out now. Let's see, it's what's his face here. Oh, yes, he is. Good. Hi, what's his face? I should take his head. Now back to being annoyed trying to get all these things. Uphold the law, citizen. Boo. That's half done. Wait, what's our third one that time? I feel like that was the third one. Four. Well, no, that's five, apparently. I should probably go grab this. Okay, so we just need one more arcane core. Lovely. They can turn into these quests and hope they get us up to level 10. Oh, hi. One. But I was like, where's my two? Okay, so where the hell are the rest of these arcane things? A bunch of wretched, which I don't give a damn about. That's one of them. Boop. Boop. Might as well bop up my stick. He parried my stick. Sometimes it's three, sometimes it's not. Huh. Guess it depends if I get hit or reduces my time or something. But yeah, we got set. Then we'll just go back and turn in our request and hope we level up to 10. Cause that's when everything starts at 10. Let's see. Let's see, what was I using? I think I was using Gnarly Guide. Was I using Gnarly Guide? I think so. Might as well look up a mage build. Try to decide what I want to be. Probably fire. Fire is always always decent. Let's see what we have here though. Class guides, Death Knight, PV Blood DPS, that's apparently a thing. Then goes there's the tank, the PvP stuff. Let's see here. Paladin. Good over retribution. Let's see here, we have PvP. Oh, apparently there's only PvP Frost Mage. So what we have Arcane Mage, we have Fire Mage. Huh. Well, what's the difference between them?
Yes.
Boop. Here's this in given the Arcane Core set. You've done well. Oh yeah, I didn't buy a new robe. But for Arcane Systems now operating at full capacity, these power codes go a long way in supplying our needs. Pleased to discover that you are at least somewhat competent. I'll give you no test, since you seem so eager to prove yourself. It's a letter to the Lightkeeper Caledon as the Arcane's in charge of the upkeep of the North Side. Go south. West of Falcon Wings Ground, you'll find him in a he's a very important person, so I hope you don't borrow too much drift or chatter.
Stay the course.
Deliver a letter. Yay. Ooh. Yay. Oh, I really wish these things would load faster. Okay, so Fire Mage. Now, best races, of course. Undead. Troll. Cast. Berserk and cast free cooldown. Playoff Arcane Torrent and highest based intellect. Of all the best race for PvP is Troll. Huh. So let's see. Professions and all that. But where's the talents? Oh, here we go. I'm not looking at the talent and build section. Boop. And I was turning things.
The dark times will pass.
You choose the stone goods yet? Yes, I did. Excellent work. Huzzah. Besides the constant threat that the red should represent, I've ordered to do all kinds of fictitious reports tonight outside. And most reports are unfounded. One recent incident demands further investigation. The West End, one for primary energy sources, has suffered a terrible malfunction. Forces Indonesian saboteurs, night elves, basically, rapid. Tell them to deal with anyone that looks suspicious.
Remember the Sunwell.
Yay, with level 10. So what that means is we gain access to this thing right here. This thing right here is the... Wow. The World of Warcraft Mania is one teleport stone. It's useful. We also gain a free mount, which is very useful. I mean, it's a free mount, so we can now mount, besides having to wait till level 20 and learning all that. Huzzah. So anyway, what is the town's final effort? Okay, so Fire Mage, Huh. So where should I start on first? Huh. So it looks like you don't put any points into Frost. Put all the points into Fire. Then summon to Arcane. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so what about the Arcane one? Huh. That one's a bit weird because it's like 57, 3, 11. Huh. Weird. I think I'll probably go Fire though. Well, let's see what we have for towns, so, shall we? So for Arcane, we have Arcane Subsidy. This chances your health for spirits and damage or time effects will be dispelled. Apparently that's also a thing I should have. Put points into. I chose to put points into that. Less so that. Uh-huh. And then eventually into Arcane Concentration. But what about fire? So fire says I should just put points to improve Fireball. 9 to Incinerate. 9 to improve Fire Blast. Just Fireball. Reduces the threat cost. Yeah, reducing my threat rate wouldn't be the worst idea. Barking it, reduce the mana cost of my thing wouldn't be bad too. But for now I'm just gonna store points of fire. Why not? It's simple. Straightforward. Also you.
Anaria Shola.
That's counter or fine mares of fate. Good job. They should be required for the rest for a good while.
Salama Ashalanore.
Ah yes. So now then. Now for this part. Remember Tiffle walls. Firstly, we're gonna go uphill. And see what we can learn. We can improve our conjure water. Yay. We get better frost over. Yay. We get frost nova.
Remember the Sunwell.
Which basically means we can do this now. Oop. So now we have a basically sort of an AoE effect around us. Alright. Now time for this. So, first things first, we will log onto our Dwarf Paladin. Now then, he has plate armor helms, which, you know, isn't really going to help us. But he does have one thing I want. And that is the Swift Hand of Justice. I can't remember if I bought the mana one or not, which is unfortunate. Because we don't need that. Oh, wait, I need the ring too, don't I? Definitely need the ring. Shame you can't stack the rings. Anyway. Tiffle. Oh, make sure to type the name right. Oof. Okay. And might as well send, yeah, some gold. Because we're definitely going to need that gold. Yeah, we don't really need those. Okay, there isn't. Okay. That's taken care of. Oh, this is the fault. Now we log back out. I forgot about pets. Totally forgot about pets. Oh well, I can worry about that on my off time. And here's the unfortunate thing. Our warlock has her good stuff, and taking that means she's unequipped. Because I don't have a spare staff for her, nor could I really find one. Unfortunately. So. Well, I just have a bale from all my cat farming. Just remember this here is back before Cataclysm, which means it's easy to farm the black tabby cat. So, for the most part, all these things are open. But we want... Oh shit, I don't have one. Ooh, okay then. Well, that's complicated. forgot to send the pink Mage for sure, because well, let's go do some. Let's go check a few things. High bank, common gray, common white, rich purple shirt, Gale tabard. Do I have anything in my... Not on this character, do I? Nope. Okay, well let's check the bank and see if there's a shirt. Tabard. Power cage, right. Don't see any shirts though. There's one. Oh, do I want to though? Yep. I was gonna say, is this character an officer though? Okay, first things first. Boop. Okay, we gotta make 9 withdrawals on this character. I might have to switch to my main and withdraw stuff. I can't believe those 2 black tabbies still in here. Oh, that's silly. Tiny Crimson Whelpling. I didn't learn that on this character. Boop. Crafting, treasury. Huh. And gold. I can always take some gold if I really want to. Tree frog. What else did I have? Raise my parrots. I could get the parrots cheap enough. Tree frog and the mechanicals. Well, no, all 3 of those would be ideal. But I no longer have any remaining daily withdrawals. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Well, I shall log onto my main and make more withdrawals. Anyway. So boopity boop, send. Yeah, I'm going to the log onto my main and go pet hunting again, ain't I? I also do this occasionally. Oh shit, I sent both the frickin' black tabbies, didn't I? Whoops, I was supposed to keep one of those. Supposed to keep one of those. Scheist. There's what I do once I get up to level 10 is I have to, because there isn't, you know, a show, like later those account pets and mounts and achievements and all that. In this, there isn't. So it means my main has all my good stuff and my upper characters don't get as much good stuff. But anyway. Boop. Yeah, that also means I don't have that one thing. Ugh, that's irritating. Oh well, I can go get one pretty easily. By the way, so now we have shoulders. A better stick. Shirt. And this better robe. Now we look like a warlock. But oh well. That's just sort of how things are gonna be for a while. And now for pet collecting. Boop. Boop. Do I want the tiny crimson weapon? Probably. Gotta go school. Ah yes. Now we go here. Send mail. Ah shit. That's right. Okay, first things first. Forgot to do this. Add all my characters to myself. Try trading easier. Now then. Go here. Go boop. Send that. Back. Move these around. Okay. Go back here. Move this over here. So I know where it is. And it's not going to get into our or selling bags. Log back out. I know this is stuff I should be doing off camera, but yeah. Yes, before we deal with auctioning. Let's see, I used to collect black tabby cats and sell them for about 500. Hell, the first time I actually came in, I sold one for like 2,500. It's what set my gold for like it set my initial gold for a while. I didn't have to worry about it, which is pretty great. Honestly, I don't really need to worry about gold. Gold's pretty easy to make. You do daily to make gold. You sell tournament pets, you make gold. Tournament pets were a decent profit, like selling them for 1,000 to 2,000 gold. Decent profit. You do like dailies for like what, 3-4 days. You get no for pet, you sell it. You don't sell it on your auction house though. You go to like say the fun thing is you can transfer stuff pretty easily. You could just mail to your alliance character. Be like, oh, there it goes. Which I don't know why it's taking so long to load into Dollarland. But yeah. So it's pretty easy. You just, since there was, the ability to trade between factions, at least in mail and stuff, just mail stuff from your horde character over to your alliance character. How you could technically do pet trading later with the whole just putting the pet in a carrier and selling it that way, but that was post Mr. Pandaria. But in this, you just basically send it over, put it on the auction house, and try to sell for decent profit. Because let's face it, Alliance isn't gonna gain access to the horde exclusive auction and tournament pets. Also, I don't know why it's not loading. Okay, so hopefully we're after recording this time. Last time it was like, I finished collecting pets, don't log onto this character, and my mouse disappeared, and I'm not sure if it locked. I don't think it actually locked up, it was just being weird. There's the thing. Boop. Because you know what? I might as well. There's the thing. There's not really... There shouldn't be any actual competition. Nope, no competition. Oh, I got all the other stuff dealt with, I think. Oh, right, I didn't get tick birds, did I? No, I didn't get tick birds. Why not buy tick birds? And the coat. Which leaves us with about 100. Well, let's try to change that, shall we? So you take this cat carrier, set for 48 hours. We go buyout price, 1,000 gold. Starting price, 1,000 gold. Boop, boop. And toss it up there. Then we just leave it. See how it goes. Yeah, thing is, I don't need to do this, but I like doing this for every character, since I can't, you know, have a full auction house. Alright, I should probably do this real quick. Makes things easier when sending mail. So boop, boop, boop. Okay. And send. Yay. Oh, I forgot to send a cockroach. Oh well, we could buy one when we get, you know, when we get to the Undercity. So anyway, I sent quite a few things to this character. So I wish I could change the order of things, but oh well. So I did. I went and got practically all the alliance pets I could. I went and got pets from Dalaran that I could, minus a skull. And from the Stormspire, stuff like that. So yeah. My inventory. Alright, it removes those. Alright. So let's do this real quick. Boop. Oh, now it makes 10 of those. As far as I make it... I don't understand how that works. No, yeah, now it's making 2 of those. Ugh. Just a bit irritating, isn't it? Especially how much mana it costs. Yes, I know my mana as well. Trying to make 20 of those is... ugh, tedious. Anyway. Here's what we do. We shift click and press. It puts everything in our inventory. Shift click and press. Puts everything in our inventory. Shift click and press. It puts everything in our inventory. Conveniently. So now then. 1, 2, 3.
That's still recharging.
I have plenty of pets. But there are pets. But there we go. All those pets. That I'm probably never going to use, but, you know, I like having them. In my collection. I miss having collections. Shame I can't have my Whoopertinger. Whoopertinger is probably one of my favorite pets. Oh. Oh. Shit, I totally forgot about something. Also, boop. Totally forgot about something. So I'm gonna have to go back and forth a couple times to collect. Totally forgot about this. It's in list of characters. I'm not sure if I added it to my paladin or not. I completely forgot about this. Please tell me it didn't break again. It may have broke again. Don't know why it's having these issues with loading. Especially on this character. But it sounds like it loaded, it's just the screen keeps breaking for some reason. That's irritating. Let's see if this works. Okay. So, spawn in on our main, fall from a mountain and everything. Yay. Boopity boop. I always forget about this. Now let's see, where is it?
How may I help?
Huh. You said I didn't delete the thing. Okay, I don't see it here. Where's our trinkets and stuff? Shit, do I not have? Okay, there it is. Account bound, Mini Thor. How much? Okay. No. Okay. Mini Thor. I always seem to forget about this thing existing.
Be careful.
You take the Mini Thor. Can we say the Mini Thor? So it's Tiffle almost. Now I log back out. Go back over here. Log back in. Fun times. All this precept. We're in the very soon too. There we go. Boop. I can't remember if he has this or not, so I'll just send it over. Back out. This is preliminary work, making sure everyone has everything and all this. Before we get back into stuff. I can't remember if this character has it or no, we already have it. Well. Send it back. Simple as that. Now let's hope this actually loads so we can go back and stash this. Ugh. You know, back in the day, I used to not like logging onto my mains because, oh no, it shows off all my stuff. I might get hacked because people might want my stuff. But I mean, no one really plays Guild Wars 1 anymore, and the amount of people on this is low enough that I'm not really that worried. But yeah. I'm trying to change my hail, but that would require me to reach at least Silver Moon. But as for now, pretty fine. Sure, I can add myself to the guild, but oh well. Well, I can tell how many thorns that go around poofing things. Fun times. I actually officially have the mini Thor on my main, like, on my actual World of Warcraft account. Because for some reason I decided to buy the collector's edition of Wings of Liberty. I didn't ever get around to buy the other collector's edition for any of the other StarCraft 2s. I mostly bought just for the mini Thor in the game. Ah, fun times. But anyway, so we'll do more quests and stuff and the rest of, and maybe not the rest of Eversong, but the majority of Eversong next time. And for now that we've sorted all these pets and everything else, got all for heirlooms, stuff that we can use anyway. So technically you could stack these, I think, maybe. It doesn't say you need now, does it? Like the ring, you can only have one of that, sadly. I mean, heals you for 2% of your master mana if you kill something that yields an experience that gives you mana. Also increases your spell power and your haste. So it's not terrible having those. Sticks, useful. Goes all the way up to A. Mantles, useful. Basically all of this stuff is useful. It's going to keep us alive a lot longer than just regular kill. But anyway, as for now, hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day.